you want? What do you really want your horse to be? Have a partner. Horses are great animals. They're the best. They're so much fun. They're great companions. You can talk to them and tell them everything, and they'll talk back to you if you'll just listen. So find the right horse for yourself. Don't go off and do something silly that's going to cost you a lot of money and possibly get you hurt. They are 1,000-pound animals, and they are a flight or fight animal. So the first thing they're going to do when something scares them is flight, is take off and run from it. That is their instinct. If you back them into a corner and they have to feel like they're going to fight their way out, that's how people get kicked or bitten. Don't do that. Really know what you're getting into and know what you want. You'll have the most fun you've ever had with an animal. So we're going to get on this horse now, and he hasn't been out of his stall today, except for to do this. So we're going to step right on him, and basically what I'm going to do is kind of set him up for failure. But remember now, we have always taught these horses to stand still when we get on, even if they're fresh. So here we go. Then we're going to have Jonathan jump on that Segway here in a minute, and this is a train cutting horse, and we're going to have him work it just like we did that other mare. And this horse tends to be really, really spooky. Now he's being really good today, and so we're just going to walk around here, one-handed. He's acting really good, so we're going to get Jonathan here in just a second to go ahead and take that Segway and kind of come at him a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Because now he is going to exit stage left, and I'm going to say, oh, no, you can't do that. And so I'm going to keep him facing forward. Now I'm going to make him go to it. And then he doesn't like it, and I'm going to make him stay right here. So if he's not well trained, he's not going to hold up right there. And that's good, Jonathan, right there. So I can make him stay, and I can actually make him come back to him. And that's training right there, because he wanted to take off. His first reaction was to take off and come at him a little faster here now. And if I let him, the first thing he's going to do is this, and he's going to bolt. And if he's in this possession with a horse that's not trained, he's got me right here. But because he's broke and he's trained, I can come right back in, and he might not like it, but I can make him stay here. Okay? That's a huge, huge difference with the horse that is and isn't broke. How many times have you been riding up in the hills and come across a bicycle or somebody walking side by side with some kind of a scary garb on them, and those horses are like, ah! Well, if they're broke and they're trained properly, even at their worst, if he just broke and run and took off just for a second like this, I can still pull him up. Okay? I can still pull him up. And that's the difference in what I call a broke horse, but it's still not the right horse for a beginner rider. This horse is not the right horse for a beginner rider that's just learning how to ride, because if a person was scared, I'm not scared of him. So if I have to get after him and tell him to knock it off, I will, and he'll go, okay. He might snort, but he's not going to take off with me. And that's the difference. So if I was scared and I ever let him turn tail, that's where the problems begin. So he's going to stay here, and it's going to be okay. And then we can go out and go about our business, and everything's fine. Even if we meet Jonathan on the trail, he might side pass a little bit, but I can get control of him, and then we're going to be okay. And that is such a huge deal when you're going to buy a horse or look to buy a horse or deciding what you're going to do.